Welcome to my channel. I will tell my love story of marrying a husband snake in detail. Unfortunately, I cannot show my face to protect my children and my family. Please note the names are not real, in case you know a Lebohang and Thabiso who are doing well and are in a relationship. Imagine moving to a big city, chasing dreams and finding love at first sight, a whirlwind romance that sweeps you off your feet. But what if that love wasn't what it seemed? This is my story, a small-town woman captivated by a mysterious man, only to discover a chilling truth after we married. Night after night I uncovered secrets that defied reason, a connection to a creature not entirely human. Join me as I unravel the haunting tale of love, betrayal, and the surreal bond that became my life. Was it fate or a curse? Subscribe to my channel and hear the full stories to follow of the Serpent's bride. What would you do if the person you loved wasn't human? Let's dive into this strange and extraordinary journey together. In the heart of Johannesburg's bustling CBD, I was just another face in the crowd. A small-town girl with big city dreams, I had moved to this vibrant city in search of better opportunities. One crisp autumn morning, as the sun's golden rays filtered through the towering skyscrapers, I encountered a man who seemed out of place amidst the chaos. His name was Thabiso, a tall, dark, and handsome, elegant man with a mysterious aura. Dressed impeccably in a suit, his eyes held a depth that stopped me in my tracks. Our conversation was brief but electric. There was a charm about him that melted away my reservations. Before I could process it, Thabiso proposed something utterly outrageous: marriage. "You are the woman I've been searching for my entire life," he said, his voice smooth like honey. Swept away by his confidence and allure, I found myself saying yes. The wedding was arranged almost overnight. Thabiso insisted on a private ceremony, held in a lavish mansion on the edge of the city. The wedding day had been a blur for me. The ceremony was nothing like I had imagined, small, secretive, and lavish. Thabiso's mansion was a world of opulence I had only ever seen in magazines: marble floors, chandeliers that sparkled like diamonds, and ancient artifacts that seemed to whisper of a history far older than Johannesburg itself. Yet, despite the beauty, something about the mansion unsettled me. The air felt heavy, as though the walls held secrets they were too afraid to reveal. Everything felt surreal, like I was in a dream. I tried to ignore the strange feeling in my gut. After all, love, especially at first sight, is unpredictable. When the last guest had left, Thabiso took my hand and led me to our bedroom. The room was as breathtaking as the rest of the house, with a canopy bed draped in sheer golden fabric. Candles flickered softly, casting long shadows on the walls. Thabiso kissed my forehead gently and whispered, "Rest now, my love. I'll join you shortly." On our wedding night, Thabiso led me to an ornate bedroom adorned with golden drapes and flickering candles. He left the room, and I was alone. I slipped out of my wedding dress and into a silk nightgown laid out for me on the bed. The sheets were cool and soft against my skin, but as I lay down, exhaustion gave way to unease. I couldn't shake the strange feeling that had followed me since stepping into Thabiso's home. As the night deepened, I fell into a restless sleep. Sleep came in fits, restless and uneasy. At some point in the night, a noise stirred me awake, a faint rustling like silk sliding across a hard surface. My eyes fluttered open and my breath caught in my throat. At the foot of the bed, something moved. It was too large to be a shadow, and it glistened faintly in the dim candlelight. My heart raced as I sat up, my eyes widening in horror. Turning my head, I froze. Coiled on the floor was a massive snake, its body thick and sinuous, its scales shimmering in shades of gold and black, glimmering faintly in the moonlight. Its head was raised, and its eyes, glowing and unblinking, were fixed on me. I wanted to scream, to bolt from the bed, but my body wouldn't respond. The snake's eyes locked onto mine. Strangely, I felt calm, almost hypnotized. The snake began to move, its motions fluid and deliberate as it slithered up the bedpost. When it reached the mattress, it paused, its head tilting as though studying me. Then, to my utter disbelief, I felt its voice, not spoken aloud but echoing within my mind. "Do not fear me, Lebohang," it said, its tone smooth and hypnotic. "I am yours, as you are mine." My lips trembled. "What? What are you?" I managed to whisper, my voice barely audible. The snake moved closer, its body undulating in a way that was strangely graceful. "I am your husband," it said simply. "This is my true form. Tonight, you will know the bond we share." Before I could protest, the creature slithered onto the bed, its warm scales brushing against my skin. A wave of sensations washed over me, fear, confusion, and inexplicably a strange allure. The serpent coiled around me gently, its touch almost tender. I closed my eyes, tears streaming down my face as I felt myself succumb to a connection I didn't understand. The creature began to slither closer, its touch warm and oddly familiar. What followed was a bizarre intimacy that I couldn't fully comprehend, one that was out of this world. It was so nice, guys. It was real lovemaking on another level. The encounter left me both horrified and inexplicably exhilarated, though I enjoyed every bit of it. So strange, nah. The night was both terrifying and surreal. When morning came, the bed was empty, and Thabiso was lying beside me in his human form, as though nothing had happened. He smiled at me, his expression calm and loving. "Good morning, my wife," he said, brushing a strand of hair from my face. His touch was warm, but I recoiled slightly, my mind replaying the events of the night before. "Thabiso," I began, my voice shaky, "what happened last night? There was a snake." Thabiso's smile faltered for the briefest moment, but then he placed a hand over mine. "You were dreaming, Lebohang. The excitement of the wedding must have overwhelmed you." His words sounded convincing, but I wasn't sure if I believed him. The memory of the snake was too vivid to dismiss as a dream. Still, I said nothing, unsure of how to challenge him. As the day went on, I couldn't shake the feeling that my life had taken a turn I could never have anticipated, and one from which there might be no escape. This continued every night. Thabiso was always absent during these hours, and whenever I asked him where he had been, he would dismiss my questions with a smile. "You are safe here. That's all that matters," he would say. Days turned into weeks, and I began piecing together unsettling clues. The mansion's staff avoided me, whispering behind my back. I discovered ancient texts hidden in Thabiso's study, filled with rituals and illustrations of snakes. It began to dawn on me that I might have married something or someone not entirely human. One night, determined to uncover the truth, I stayed awake, pretending to sleep. At the stroke of midnight, I saw Thabiso step into the room. Before my eyes, his body began to shift, his skin shedding like fabric to reveal the same massive serpent I had encountered every night. I screamed, shattering the silence. Thabiso, now in his true form, coiled around me, his voice echoing in my mind. "You are bound to me now." Tears streamed down my face as the weight of my predicament sank in. I was trapped in a bond that defied nature and logic, a love story turned nightmare in the heart of Johannesburg. And so, each night I lay awake, caught between fear and a strange sense of belonging, as the snake returned to my side, my husband, my captor, my curse. In follow-up episodes, I will tell you where I come from and what happened after. Hit that like button if you love my mysterious love story. Comment below. Would you have said yes to Thabiso? Don't forget to subscribe for more chilling and captivating information that will change your thinking about meeting strange guys.